Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're all well. It is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday at 5:05. Just got out. Pretty good day at work. Again, was pretty occupied and busy for almost the entire day, which is always very nice. And you know, wasn't overly difficult, wasn't overly challenging or stressful or anything like that. You know, whenever you're working, it's never going to be like, you know, easy peasy. Like, stuff is always going to come up, but nothing overly whatever. So all is good, and just slowly kind of settling more and more into my team and my position, and so yeah, everything's just very slowly starting to all come together, and starting to take bigger and bigger strides with all this stuff. So again, life is always good, but life is especially good where I am right now. What else? What else can I update you guys on? TikTok is slowly coming together. I'm getting to where it's gonna be ready to post. I need to have a few more sessions to edit it down to exactly where I want. So we're getting there, but finish line is starting to loom into sight. So that's good. Again, I'm just slowly getting better and better at all this stuff, whether it be work, editing, just playing the whole game of life. Everything's just slowly starting to come together. Slowly just figuring it all out, getting good at it. But yeah, not really too much else to update you guys on. So yeah, I know this has kind of been the common theme if you've been sticking with me the past few videos this past week, is that, you know, I've been very occupied at work and haven't really had too much time to you know, deepen or dive into my mind and analyze my day and the stuff around me and pick out what I can talk to you guys about again. So hopefully that will change soon, and I'll either adjust or have a little bit more time during the day to kind of think on this kind of stuff. But as for now, I'm still kind of stuck in the, I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm still kind of in that area where I'm very busy all day and I don't really have too much time to kind of plan out a video. So really what's been going on is I'm able to think within a few minutes, either like the last few minutes in the day or something like that, about something that happened today or stuff I can talk to you guys about. And I just have like one idea, like one vague idea that circulates in my mind, and then I kind of just wing it from there. So hopefully traffic won't be too bad. We'll see how it is right now. But the overarching idea that I guess I wanted to make the topic for today's video is, I'm trying to remember it. I always seem to forget. If you know me by now, you watch these videos, I forget a lot of things in the moment, but what was it? Well, I guess something else came to mind. I guess to give you guys another update. If you saw yesterday's video, it was a good video. Nothing wrong about it. But I remember after I pressed stop recording and got out of my car and all that, I wasn't overly pleased. And it's not the first time this has happened, but I wasn't overly pleased. I felt like I had a lot more in mind going into the video, and I just forgot a lot of it and wasn't able to hit on some of like the major points that I had wanted to in the moment and leading up to it. So again, was like a little disappointed that I couldn't, like, you know, remember everything, but again, watched it back and a lot of stuff came to mind. And so if you watch yesterday's video, make sure to check out the description, because that's kind of where I organize and put all this stuff and all the major points that I somehow forgot and left out. So yeah, but again, not psyching myself out, not getting down on myself, but you know, it's just part of the process. Sometimes you just don't remember stuff, and it's all good. No one died. So yeah, just a reminder that if you watch these videos all the way through, make sure to check out the description too, because that's where I guess bonus content is and stuff that I forgot to mention earlier. You'll find there. So, and one of the things that I was thinking about, since I felt like there was a lot of stuff that I kind of glossed over or completely missed out on in yesterday's video about, you know, being limitless and all that jazz, I thought I could maybe take another stab at it. And especially since I actually hit a very major point in the description, I can maybe expand on that a little more. So I'm still kind of trying to remember what I had originally wanted to talk about today. The one thing I had to remember, I couldn't really remember right now. So maybe just give me a few more seconds, and if I can, we can kind of dive back into yesterday's topic a little. Okay, I remember today's topic I wanted to talk about today. So we'll come back to being limitless and more about that maybe later, depending on how this video goes. But yeah, so the main thing that I wanted to talk about today was something that I kind of something that I've been doing a good amount recently in the past, but I've started to kind of fade away from it without really noticing. And I remembered today and reminded myself to get back into doing this one thing once in a while. And the thing that I started once again doing today during lunch was visualizing, practicing visualization. These big words, man, they get to me under pressure, like these videos. But yeah, practicing that. And I think, you know, a lot of people may see it as cheesy and all that stuff, but I think it's very important in, you know, establishing your goals and establishing a belief within those goals, and really allowing and empowering yourself to, you know, go out and make them happen, and bring attention to, say, opportunities that you wouldn't have noticed in the past that can help bring you closer to them, and the list goes on of all this stuff. But yeah, just practicing visualization was something that I made a point to do today. Again, because I've done it in the past, recently in the past, quite a lot, and I really like how it goes. It really calms my mind and puts me in a good mood, and establishes a good energy and vibration within myself that I really like. It feels really good, you know. So, you know, hence I keep doing it. But it's something that totally by coincidence, I think with work starting and my whole day kind of getting switched up all of a sudden, I haven't yet found, I kind of forgot to do it, and then I haven't yet found time to do it, and I just today remembered, you know, thought back and was like, oh yeah, I used to do like visualization a lot, and now, you know, I really haven't done it really at all. So just kind of gently remind myself to get back into it. And yeah, so that's what I did today. It doesn't take long, you know. You literally can take like 30 seconds of your time. You can do it for a whole, you know, half hour if you want, if your schedule allows. But I think just taking some time every day to, you know, just close your eyes, or at least gaze off in the distance, and you know, daydream a little bit, to use very kind words, daydream a little bit, you know, just think about what goals you have in your mind, personal goals, career goals, people goals, like literally any goal that you have in your life. And just begin to picture in your mind what your life looks like, what your surroundings look like, what you look like. Take some time to kind of visualize this kind of ideal world, if you want to call it that. Visualize. I can't speak. This word's killing me, but visualize this ideal world that you live in once, say, this goal or whatever it is you're shooting for is achieved. Take that picture in your mind of what you and everything around you looks like once you've achieved the whatever thing you want to achieve, and put that thought in your head and expand on it in the moment, and just keep replaying that thought at least once a day. Just implant it in your mind. And then I think if you do that, keep in mind, I'm not an expert on this. I'm learning more and more about it every day. But once you kind of get in the habit of visualizing and keeping the same thought or series of thoughts and images in your mind about the goals that you have and all that stuff in your life, and you keep just practicing that and keeping those same things flowing in your mind, and those same pictures and little I guess clips in your mind of what you and your world look like with all those things said and done and achieved. It really will start to imprint itself in your mind, and you'll have it in the back of your mind all the time. And once you have that going, it's kind of in the back of your mind, kind of in your subconscious mind. You're going to see the world differently. You're going to see the world as you actually have those things and you really haven't realized it. You're going to see that there's what seems like countless and endless opportunities around you that you've been missing, that can help bring you to those goals and everything. Make all that a reality for yourself, and you're gonna notice all this other stuff that you really haven't noticed before, and honestly, you're gonna kind of feel dumb in a way that you totally didn't notice it whatsoever before, but now you are, and it can literally be something that you see every day that, again, you breeze by every day and never notice, and then once you get to the point where you've been visualizing for a while, and things are going to start to click. You're going to have new thoughts in your head. You're going to notice new things, and it's all just bringing you kind of one step closer to where you want to be, or where you already are and you haven't realized it at the end of the day. I think that this can connect you pretty well to this one concept that has, at least that I've noticed, has been growing recently, not just for me, but I think for people in society in general, is this concept called, and maybe you've heard of it, but it's called the law of attraction. And pretty much, and again, I'm no expert, I'm learning more about this every time I think about it. But really what this concept is, and excuse me as I concentrate for a moment here, is that pretty much what this states, and whether you believe in it or not is totally up to you, and it's honestly none of my business. But whether you believe in it or not, deep down, I think you can still pull out some good things from it that you can kind of implement and carve your own path from. And really, at the very end of the day, what the law of attraction says is that you don't attract what you want in life, but instead you attract what you are. And when I say attract, what that means is it's kind of like a fancy way of saying achieving your goals and achieving everything you want out of yourself and your life. That's kind of what attracting is. It's drawing in those things that say you desire. It's drawing in those things closer to yourself, and really allowing you to have those things become a reality for yourself as well. So yeah, that's what they mean by attraction. And again, the whole kind of simple, just to give it, say, one definition again, to repeat myself, is to say you don't attract what you want, but you attract what you are. And the theory, or the reasoning, or if you want to call it the science behind that, is that they explain to you that your body is a lot more than just a body. You know, your body is a soul, your body is this, your body is that. It's more than just kind of a lump of skin at the end of the day. And what they describe it as is your body is it's a energetic system. It's a highly energetic system, meaning that it's constantly giving out waves of energy. It's constantly generating and giving out, kind of like a kind of like a radio signal. It's constantly giving out different levels of energy, different vibrations of energy. So really, the main point in applying this and being successful within this concept is learning how to control and adjust your frequency to match whatever it is that you currently desire, to match a frequency of whatever it is you desire. It's like they describe it, and this clicked with me, so I hope it clicks with you, but they describe it as, in the old times, I never had to deal with this, but say if your grandparents had like a radio and there was like the turn knob, and the turn knob represents the frequency that the radio's at, and you have to play with the knob and get to the certain frequency to match the station, say like the radio station or the broadcast that you're trying to listen to. You have to match the frequency of the radio by tuning and turning the knob. You have to match that with the frequency that the radio station or the radio broadcast is giving out from their remote location. You have to match frequencies with the two things. And that's essentially what you have to do with this whole law of attraction concept. You have to match, you have to control and manage and find a way to match the frequency, right? The level of energy and that thing, the frequency that you're giving out in the moment, to match the same frequency that whatever it is you desire is also giving out. Because what they continue to explain is that quite literally everything in this world, everything you can touch and even everything that you can't touch, it's all just giving out a frequency at the end of the day. And there's different levels and all that, but everything in this world and in the universe in general is giving out a certain frequency. You're giving out a frequency, the tree is giving out a frequency, and even like emotional states, say states of like happiness, abundance, even states of say I don't know, sadness or grief or shame or guilt. Like it's all different levels of frequency, and you feel it too. You don't know exactly what it is, but like you feel it, right? They're kind of called emotions. You can't describe them. You can't really exactly put your finger on it. They're don't really know like the science or the meaning or the theory behind it, but you feel it. You know what it feels like, and so you can kind of relate and understand what I'm saying, at least a little bit. But yeah, so you have to match the two frequencies of what you're currently giving out and versus what you're trying to achieve and what you desire. And what the theory says is that once you do find a way and you are able to achieve the same frequency as the thing that you're going after, you know, once that happens, the synchronicity, I guess, of the two frequencies, once that happens, what you desire slowly starts coming closer and closer to you. And it doesn't happen right away. You know, it takes time, and it takes, you know, faith and continued, you know, correct energy and continued practice of achieving that correct energy and vibration. But once it's achieved and it's continually achieved, whatever it is you desire, as well as probably a lot of other good things along the same lines, slowly and slowly starts coming closer to you, naturally, pretty much. So what's cool about it at the end of the day is that it kind of goes against the thing that we've all kind of been taught as children, the thing that's kind of been implanted in our minds since a very young age is, you know, if you wanna achieve good things in life, you have to work extremely hard. And sometimes even if you work extremely hard and, you know, you genuinely put your best foot forward and all that stuff, it still doesn't happen. And we've been kind of told our whole lives that that's what the truth is. You know, if you want something above average, you have to, you know, put forth an above average effort. And even no matter how hard you work and how much you put your best foot forward, sometimes it still doesn't happen, and that's just the way it is. And you kind of just have to deal with it, you know, to put it frankly. But what's cool, going back about what this law of attraction says, is that you know, you don't necessarily have to sacrifice everything, you know, change everything within your life and kind of drop everything and kind of become one of those people, if you kind of know what I'm getting at. You don't have to do that to achieve what you want and get an above average outcome out of life, but really you just have to do a few simple things right. And what I mean by that is that all you have to do is just learn how to tune your frequency, and by doing that, by tuning your mind and the thoughts within your mind to, again, match that frequency of what it is you desire. And I can't give you a straight answer of how to exactly do that, but what I like to think so far, and again, I'm learning more and more, so I'm not an expert or anything, but what I think it is, and what I like to believe, is that you'll just kind of know instinctively when you've matched that frequency. You can't really put it into words, like at least I can't, but it's something that you just feel, and it feels right, and you know the feeling, I guess, once you achieve that correct frequency that you're giving out to the world and the universe. You just know when you got it just right. And then so with that, you know, once you get that feeling, the challenge, I guess, then is to learn how to once again generate that same frequency, and then from there maintain it, you know, and just keep it going for as long as you can. Yeah, it's just cool to think that there's, and I'm sure it's not just this one way, but there's a lot of other ways to be successful, however you define that, and live a good life, however you define that. But really just achieve whatever you want. You don't have to just, you know, work super hard. You know, there's other ways to do it, and a big part of that, I think, of what all these other ways besides just simply working hard and all that, what a lot of the other ways are suggesting at the very end of the day, at the very core, is that it all starts within your mind, you know, with the power and the consistency of the thoughts that you think in your head every day. which I think is really cool. And I know the power and strength of your thoughts is something that I've been mentioning here and there in these videos. So I kind of want to just loop it in again and really emphasize the power behind it. Again, I'm gonna recommend the book As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. That's pretty much what the main point at hand is your thoughts. That's really all it is, and it really just expands into that as it goes as deep as it possibly can and all that, and really what you get from the book after reading the whopping 40 pages of it, or I think I actually checked a while ago, it's like 45 pages, but really what you get is that everything in yourself and your life and your world and the universe around you, it's all just generated from thought every day. Your realities are all based around your thoughts. The way you perceive things and what you have currently, it all originated as a thought in your mind. It all stemmed from being a thought. And even just say, like, I don't know, like the car I'm driving or the shirt I'm wearing or anything like that, like the stop sign, I should have just stopped at. All that stuff that physically you can see and touch and all that, like that all originated with someone else's thought. It literally went from being non-existent whatsoever to being fully physical and real. And the one thing that kickstarted it all off was a thought in someone's head. So with that being said, it's very important, I think, to realize the power and the strength that your thoughts have every day and every moment of your life. And then once you realize that, work on adjusting your thoughts and tuning your thoughts to be a lot greater and more positive, and whatever other word you want to use, but adjust your thoughts to a much higher level than they currently are. And then with that, just practice doing the same thing, being able to control your thoughts, say when things are going good and things are going bad, being able to take what your current bad thoughts are in your head, catch yourself, and from there adjust everything, and just realizing how powerful your thoughts really are to both yourself, your life, and your world, and trying to learn as much as you can and applying everything and just grow and keep learning and keep applying and keep growing, and the cycle continues on and on and on. But just doing that for really as long as you possibly can. So with that, as long as your life is, as long as you continue to live and to breathe, just working on improving your thoughts, because again, your thoughts shape quite literally everything in your life. So I think I'm going to leave that there. There's not really too much more to expand on. If there is, you know where to find it in the video description. But yeah, so I'm going to leave that there. Just know that your thoughts are, or I should say that your world as it stands and as it will always stand is simply a mirror of your thoughts. So with that, if you want to live a better life and be a better person and live in a better world and all that stuff, look more into the thoughts that you have every day and every moment in your life. I think that's where a lot of the answers and the solutions to your problem really lies just within yourself, whether you realize it or not. So yeah, with that, feel free to ask me any questions. Remember that there's a lot more to it than you think. Hope you guys had a good day, and we will talk soon. Bye.